Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a spirit reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. I praise the creator of all, supreme, omnipotent, and in all things. I praise all of the high and virtuous spirits who have walked the way of eternal light and love. I praise all of our ancestors from Mother Africa, who is the mother of the entire human race. I praise all of the spirits who died during slavery, in the Middle Passage, around the world, here in the United States, during Jim Crow, and today. Great Spirit family, since you are free of body and form, we know that you now have greater wisdom and greater power. We ask that you hear the call of your child and come protect us. Use your greater power and influence to help us solve our problems of money, health, family trouble, and racism. We ask that you somehow give us a sign that you are pleased with your children and that you are receiving our worship. Benevolent ancestors, open the gates of wealth to our people and guide us in the wisest and most effective ways to help all of Earth's children live harmoniously. Help us to remember we are part of the whole, part of God, part of each other. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, guys, let's get into your spirit reading. And man, when I tell you, I think one of the last spirit readings I did, I said the word for you guys for October or this period right now is expansion. Every time I pull out a oracle deck, that card word, it comes out. I'm using the Sacred Forest Oracle. Very first card I pull for that, expansion, okay? And then the third card I have in that deck for you guys is growth, right? Growth and expansion. You guys are really, you're growing, and your life is about to grow. Your bank account is about to grow. Your spirituality is growing. Everything is growing. I am using the Threads of Fate Oracle deck and the Sacred Forest Oracle deck for you guys today. So I'll just be jumping back and forth between the cards. We are gonna start with, let's start with expansion. Let's start with expansion. And it's so funny because I think in the comments, I wanna say Gianna or Gianna, I don't wanna say your name wrong. It's Jihanna. Correct me if I said it wrong, but you had mentioned in the comments about like some of the overwhelming feelings of interpreting your ancestors' messages and all the growth that's happening from these planetary alignments and retrogrades we've been going through. And the funny thing is, when you said it, and here we go, expansion, growth, and then you mentioned ancestors, and we got family and ancestors. This is literally sitting right over this card. When I pulled out three, then I pulled out the next three, they came right in alignment with each other. Family and ancestors. So when I read this card, I'm speaking on your ancestors, okay? All right, guys, let's do expansion. Expansion, okay? Let's get into it. Where's my book? All right, expansion, 37. All right, this says, vitality, health, success, abundance, healing, and passion are expanding in your life. However, you can't sit back and wait for it to happen. The energy of summer is the energy of working with passion in the direction of your dreams. Give it everything you've got. An immense reward. Give it everything you got. An immense reward will follow. Do not sit on the sidelines. Work hard. Play hard. Your labor will pay off. It says, if you hold back and repress what you feel during this time, you will become drained and your spirit will wane. This is not the time to take care of everyone else. This is the time to step forward with passion and delight. You'll be glad that you did. The most earth energy is available to us during the summer season. It is when we can access the greatest amount of sunlight and spiritual light so that the power of the sun can pour into our hearts, okay? This card also says, work with passion. Don't hold back. Take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now. Take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. And you guys always get a harvest card too. So it says, your hard work will result in abundance bounty and beauty. Celebrate. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. That is exactly what I said in the first reading I posted today for your tarot reading. You had the sun. That's success. You had the Page of Pentacles, and right underneath that, you had the King of Pentacles. And I said, your hard work is going to, quickly, like, put you into a greater position. You go from page to king is what I said. And that's the energy that they keep telling you guys. It's like your expansion and growth are going to happen faster than you think, but it's the amount of energy you put into it. See, that sun energy, they even mentioned it here basically because that is the description of the sun: vitality, health, success, abundance, healing. The sun is what allows your seeds to grow. So what they're saying is, if you have planted a seed, you need to put sun energy into it to make it grow, and it will grow. Just make sure you plant the seeds, okay? Or tend to the seeds you've already planted, because something really good is happening for you. Hold on. Give it everything you got, guys. Don't sit back. It's not a time to sit back. I guess they're saying, this mentioned the summer. I don't know if you guys have planted the seeds in the summer, but they want you to take that energy, even now in the fall, and keep going. Keep going. It's just a reminder to keep going. So you know what? Since we're on expansion, let's hit growth. Let's see what growth says. Okay. So your next card is growth. Growth. Okay, let me get this for you. Growth says, things that have been incubating beneath the surface are going to be coming to fruition. Things that have been incubating beneath the surface are going to be coming to fruition. Get clear on your goals and dreams, because rapid growth is ahead. Be ready for these projects to come to fruition. You must first be starkly honest about what you want. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? Believe in miracles. Also, in the time ahead, you might discover a spiritual guru, or step into a new spiritual path. This makes so much sense for what I see in front of you. Okay, hold on. So it says, you might find that you are providing expansive spiritual growth for others simply by being who you are. Make sure that your foundations are in place. Yes, because once this growth begins, you will be in for a journey of a lifetime. Fungi are ancient and were the first organisms to leave the water and initiate life on Earth 1.3 billion years ago. In the forest, their interconnected filament-like roots provide protein-rich food and life for the entire forest. This seemingly humble ancestor, and it's funny because we already got ancestors here too, and they're talking about you guys being in a spiritual position of leadership. So it says, the seemingly humble ancestor to the toadstool is so essential that none of our native conifers could survive without the life-giving qualities of their roots. Their ability to grow, oh Lord, I tell you, their ability to grow and survive throughout all times speaks of your ability to grow and thrive no matter what life brings you. So it also says, beneath the surface of your life, miraculous changes are occurring. Something that you thought was ordinary is in fact remarkable. And I've been telling you guys that. I've been saying, you think the things that you have in front of you are so small, but they are so great and they're part of your growth, right? I said that. It says you are in a time of rapid spiritual and material growth. I said that, right? So get ready and hang on for the ride. Guys, when they were talking about these roots, they're talking about your ancestors, which are out here. They're talking about your ancestors, really. And when it said earlier, give me a second, it says, you might discover a spiritual guru or step into a new spiritual path. You might find that you are providing expansive spiritual growth for others simply by being who you are. Some of you guys will be spiritual gurus and leaders. And I told you guys earlier, your very presence shifts reality and the people around you just by you being you. So they're asking you to be authentic and honest about your choices because it magnifies you even more. It's like when you say you choose to go down this road, you lock in the choice, and then boom, everything that's supposed to happen for you as that whatever you become, it gets intensified, right? Oh my gosh. And I know this because family, they talked about the roots. Our oldest ancestors are here. And then we have the alchemist, and then we have transmute.
Now I just don't know which one I want to do first. Do I want to do your ancestors or do I want to do you as an alchemist? Let's since it mentioned the guru thing first, let's hit the alchemist, okay? Let's do alchemist and transmute, and then we'll do family and ancestors. Yes. Okay. All right. So the alchemist. Give me one sec, guys. Let me get it for you. The alchemist. The alchemist. It says, the alchemist card indicates a time of metamorphosis. It's a call to view everything in your current life as an opportunity for growth. Again, with the word growth, okay? An opportunity for growth. Right now is a potent time to plant the seeds. Even in the alchemist, they're talking about growing and planting and seeds. Yellow birds signify abundance and wealth. Okay, I don't know if some of you guys have been seeing these kind of birds. Okay, growth already has the butterflies. I keep butterflies. That's transformation. So let's get back. So alchemist. So it says right now is a potent time to plant the seeds of what you want to invite in. Okay, it says it is also a reminder that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. We may not feel like we have a lot of control over our lives, but we can. It says, but we can work hard at changing our thought patterns to ones that empower us. Okay, remember I mentioned choice. Just a choice. Choice is powerful. No matter what your circumstances, what you choose to do, what you choose to think is power. Okay, whatever they are given, the alchemist is able to transmute, which is the next card I'm reading. Guys, the next card, all right? Transmute. It says whatever they are given, the alchemist is able to transmute. They may have a handful of bad ingredients, but they are able to make magic with what they have. It can be a long process, but they hold a vision for the final product while continuing to show up in their negative situation and slowly work at transmuting it. Someone who is in the shadow of alchemist may not believe in themselves, okay? If you're in the shadow of this, you're not believing in yourself. They may have both a fear of failure and a fear of success, keeping them paralyzed in their current situation. They can also minimize situations and keep their true feelings inside, as opposed to getting them out and moving on. A key to being an alchemist is naming what is happening so you can work with it. Naming what is happening so you can work with it, which is the honesty. Be honest about how you feel. Be honest about how you communicate, what you have to say, what's inside of you. Because in that honesty, it allows you to deal with the situation properly. If you don't know what situation you're in, you don't know how to go about and act in that situation. So if you can call out something for what it is and you know what you have in front of you and you know what you have to work with, go ahead and go with it. Go with it. Work with it. Be honest about your situations. Wait a minute before we go any further, because really you guys are these situations. It's a learning and a growing. It's not a punishment. There's something happening that you guys are about to turn into something really good, something negative, whether it be far in the past or something currently going on right now. You're making it something so good, right? And not only that, growth was talking about you being a guru. So it's also something you're going to share that's going to help other people, right? You needed to go through it. And it's going to be a part of your wealth, right? Okay, let's do transmute. Let's do transmute, since that's what we're doing. You magicians, give me one sec. Transmute. Transmute says, hold up. Transmute. Within you lies the ability to take dense energy. Within you lies the ability to take dense energy and turn it into a lighter and higher vibration. You can do this in response to constricting situations, difficult relationships, or blockages within your internal landscape. Sometimes we don't need to consciously work at the issue, but simply have the intention of doing so. Because if you hold the intention, it just happens. If that's what you're looking to do, say that in your head, and then you will just act it out. Okay, it says, this card is an invitation to identify that which needs to shift
and creating a sacred container for what you want to transmute. This really, guys, it's something about being honest. You got to be honest about whatever's happening in your situation in order to change it. If you can't be honest about what's happening, it won't change. Okay? All right. Because that was the other thing about how I was feeling earlier today with that sun and the moon and the fluctuations. Some of you guys really do have to make a clear choice. Like, you know who you are, you know who belongs in your life, you know where you want to be, and you just got to choose to do it. Okay? Because give me a second. Yeah, because you got to put that intent of who you want to be and what you want. And then everything is going to work out from there. You're just going to automatically start working towards that. So remember, that moon and that sun was saying maybe. And we know maybes mean no. So make a clear decision. Make a clear decision to say no to whatever this is, to keep moving. Because whatever you're undecided about is a blockage. It's a blockage. Okay? All right? Magicians and ancestors are coming up. So they are saying, even in growth here right now, family, ancestors, all right, they are calling out to you. It keeps coming up over and over again. I swear, I hope you guys are building your altars, especially those of you who are patrons. I told you I have the video on there about how to build an altar. Very simple, very, very simple. And we'll have you connected and create that gateway for you and your ancestors. They are near you, but when you're going through certain things and you're not inviting them in because you're so focused, it's hard for them to help you. When we receive help, we have to be in alignment for help. That's why being humble to get out of your ego to reach them is important. That's if you're in your ego. Because when you're not, you could be daily keeping in contact, saying your prayers, you know, and getting connected. But when you guys are dealing with jobs or relationships that are so out of alignment, they take your attention away from spiritual things and away from your spiritual team. So they keep inserting themselves in these readings for you, at least what I'm seeing, because they are so close, and I don't know how they're going to help you make this change in your life, but they are. Give them an offering. With that offering, they're going to take that energy and work up something good for you. Very, very good. Give an offering to your Orishas, okay? Whatever the case may be, ancestors, Orishas, give them all an offering, okay? Give an offering to Eshu to open up your roads, all right? Here we go. Let's do family. Let's do it from the sacred, what is this? The Sacred Forest Oracle. And then we're going to hit ancestors. But keep in mind, even when they're talking about family in this card, I know they're talking about your ancestors. So let me get my book. Give me one sec. Okay. It says family. Your family has your back. Your ancestors have your back. Okay? You're not a lone wolf. Okay? Your family has your back. For some people, their family are those related by blood, while for others, their friends are their true family. Many might find that it is their connection to those in spirit who are indeed their true family. Whoever and wherever your family, right now, they are supporting you. You are safe. It says you can safely communicate your truth with family members. This is a time to be willing to communicate from the depths of your being. Be willing to stand, talk, and address others from the center of your being. This heals. It heals to speak from the center of your being. Many people have misconceptions and false stereotypes about wolves. They don't understand that wolves are highly social and loyal. Family means everything to a wolf. Each pack member has a place in the social strata of the clan. Wolves are excellent communicators. They use their voice in various configurations. They also use their expressions to convey meanings to other pack members. They are highly protective of other members of their pack, yet they enjoy play, even into adulthood. So it says support is always around you, even if you are not aware of it. Release the belief that you have to do this alone. You don't. This is the time to heal any rifts in your family, give encouragement to those in your soul tribe, your family, and your community. Allow yourself to be supported. So definitely, if there are issues within the family, make peace, have forgiveness.
It doesn't mean you have to deal with those people all the time, but you don't want to hold the negativity within you. But I'm trying to tell you guys that your ancestors are very, very close to you, because even here when it says they use their voice in various configurations, you guys are getting various ways that your ancestors are trying to communicate with you. On Patreon, I was seeing feathers. Some of you guys could be seeing feathers. For me, my ancestors come in my dreams all the time. But when I get certain visitations from different insects, okay, like animals I don't normally see all the time that start popping up, I know it's my ancestors and spirit guides speaking to me. So these instances you're having, whether they be where you see a certain animal that you don't see all the time, or you're finding feathers, or your dreams are telling you a certain thing, or you're seeing something repeatedly, know that you are being spoken to. And I think that's what they're trying to say. It's like they're trying to tell you, this is not a coincidence. This is the only way we can get to you. Look up the meanings of everything you see and pay attention to your dreams. We are trying to help you. Like, you guys are getting clear guidance. Clear. So I'm going to read Ancestors. Ancestors. All right. Give me a sec. Ancestors. It says, here we go. Ancestors. This card is encouraging you to deepen your relationship with your ancestors and bring whatever you want guidance on. Bring whatever you want guidance on to them. They want you to come to them. They're still your senior. They want to take care of you. You're still a baby to them. I don't care how old you are. You are their baby, okay? It says you can ask them what they want as offerings and put pictures, if you have them, or symbols of them on your altar as well, okay? So it says, it may be a good idea to take a pilgrimage, that's if you can, to places that they lived, okay? If not, learn as much as you can about them and where they come from. It says, you may ask them if there is any healing that you can do for them. It is important to honor our ancestors and where we come from. Do so however you can, okay? Yes, and tend to any ancestral trauma, okay? Because some of the things going on in your life could be due to ancestral trauma, all right? But they are here. They are definitely here. Where are we at? All right, we got 2 more cards to go, guys. Give me 1 sec. Okay, we got the Wilding, the Wildling, excuse me, the Wildling and Death. Okay, give me 1 sec. Let me get that for you. The Wildling, 118. The Wildling, which this gives me 2 of Swords energy. 2, this is decision making, crossroads energy. That's been coming up so many times for you guys. You know, depending on what point you are on your journey, you will come to a crossroad, all right? So the Wildling. Pulling the Wildling card indicates a time to connect to the most primal parts of yourself. It says, this may mean you need to detach a bit from people around you so that you can hear the whispers of your deepest knowing without the influence of others. Without the influence of others, so that you can make a decision, right? The Wildling is raw, empowered, and independent, okay? Many people are intimidated by them because they need little from others and prioritize radical freedom. This is air energy again. Radical freedom, which can be unsettling as most of society operates within unspoken expectations and contracts. The Wildling burns the contract and heads into the woods. Wildling comes to us as an ally when we need to break free of the system that limits us. The Wildling within us remembers a time where we lived with the land, when we walked barefoot, when our lives were in alignment with the natural world. Wildling is a call for remembrance. A good way to invoke Wildling is to dive deeper into our body and hear what it needs from us on the most primal level. A balanced Wildling prioritizes freedom but remains grounded. They possess an instinct that may not make sense to others, but never leads them astray. See, that's what I'm telling you about trusting your intuition. It's not going to make sense to others. And when it happens, it may not even make sense to you, but go with it. Go with it. It says they are present to their own emotions and needs and will spend time on their personal development. An unbalanced Wildling is in a state of perpetual chaos. They are avoidant and often use the external for a band-aid of their internal dis-ease, okay? Which often means they are constantly moving on to the next thing. What they move on to never ends up being what they hope for. So there's a level of commitment too. You guys got to be committed to whatever's in front of you. Be committed to what your intuition is telling you to do. You're free, but this is grounded free. This is more so, this wildling is not, I do whatever I want. It is natural. You being your natural self. And that's what may upset other people. You being your natural you. Don't stop. Don't stop. Be yourself. Be yourself. But when you see what's in front of you, you need to commit to it, because you could have always had this energy about you, but that internal conflict of being with the group, not being in the group, or being afraid to succeed has got you guys into some chaotic stuff. Got your mind in chaos. When that's not where spirit, your ancestors, God wants you to be. They say, you know you're special. You know you're different, but now choose according to that, and not just to be rebellious for for rebellion's sake. Okay? You are rebellious for a reason. So commit to that reason, All right? So last card, Death. That's the perfect card to end on. Death. All right? Let me get it for you. Death. Death says, this card signals that an ending, change, or metaphorical death is currently happening or on the horizon, okay? It says, it may feel like the universe is stripping things away from you. You may feel shaken, raw, and uncertain. This is okay. This period is a preparation for what is to come. New adventure and abundance is making its way to you, and it needs space. See, all of this expansion and all of this growth needs space. That's why jobs or people are getting uprooted out of your life. Something good is happening, especially for those of you who have held strong to what it is you want to do and who you are, right? Sometimes we can get too focused on the things we need to get rid of, or the things that need to die, that we are not inviting new things into our life. So it's time for you to open up your imagination and start manifesting a new vision. That's what they're telling you. So when we bring in more life, it is easier to allow things to die. When you bring in more life, it's easier to allow things. So when you start changing and bringing in new things, being your true self, there's no room for the old. So it just automatically falls away. Just start doing something new. Don't get so focused on, I need to, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, yeah, you gotta stop doing it. But what do you need to start doing? And whatever you need to start doing will help you stop doing the old thing. Just start, right? So it says, if you find yourself in a period of death, try to incorporate some new things so you can enjoy new things you can enjoy, to create balance. New things will help you to create balance and let these things die off gradually, instead of like cold turkey death and then I don't have anything to replace it. That's the reason why we run back to old things, is because we got rid of it and there was nothing there to replace the feeling or whatever it is. It feels like an empty space. So whatever has been on your mind to try that's new, whatever project you've been holding off doing, hurry up and get started on it, because once you start putting focus into one thing, your old patterns, behaviors, whatever it was in the past, it literally just falls away from what? Lack of attention. It dies from the lack of attention. All right, guys? That's what I have for you. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to book is in the description box below. If you would like a 30-minute recorded reading, go ahead and email me your name and date of birth. After you make your payment, I will email you a link back to your 30-minute recorded reading. Guys, the updated Patreon playlist is in the description box below. If you guys are interested in the group reading that's going to be on the 15th of this month, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, make sure to join Patreon, because Patreon is where we have the Zoom link. So you get access to that Zoom link for that reading on Patreon. All right, and remember, October 15th,
12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the last one for the month will be on the 24th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy your day. All right.